Well, here we go on the cliff again. I've said it's my last video for quite a few times, but I think quite sure this is going to be my last one, and I thought I'd take this little spot here for a couple of reasons. It's an inaccessible little bay. The ocean rushes in here, but it's inaccessible. So yeah. One of the reasons I'd like to show you this is that on that cliff, on the high cliff on the left, you see some white rocks right near the top. That cliff is about 50 metres high, and no, it's about 90 metres high actually. And about 5 years ago, a car went over the edge of that cliff down into the ocean down below here, and it was about 6 weeks before the police and the divers could get it out, and we could never ascertain whether somebody was in it when it was driven or it just was set in motion and put over there. So it's been quite a mystery, and wherever I go in New Zealand and I say I come from Curio Bay, people say to me, oh, there was a car went over the cliffs there about quite a few years ago, and I said, yeah, that was off my property. So it's remained as one of New Zealand's mysteries. I think there's only two like this. Might have been one up in Curio about 20 years ago. So this is a mystery in New Zealand. Nobody knows if somebody was in the car, whether the owner was in the car, or whether he set it in motion and escaped the country, but he certainly disappeared. So just a little thing there for you maybe to have a think about, and yep, some of you may remember it. So it's a mystery, and you know, a lot of mysteries in life, and for some people God is a mystery, but because he seems to be a mystery in many people's minds doesn't mean to say he's not there. He is there for you, and sort of at the end of this coronavirus lockdown, maybe some people are wondering what's going to happen to them, but I want to say to you that Jesus said these words, "Come unto me all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And whatever did he mean by giving us rest? We all know that we rest in bed at night and hopefully get enough sleep to carry us through the next day, but in this life there are quite a lot of things that make us weary. We can get weary with just being overworked, weary with being in too much traffic in the car, weary of maybe getting insulted or whatever. So really, how can Jesus do something for us if we're weary and heavy laden? Well, it's a spiritual thing, and it's an inner thing, and it means that he can actually give us inner strength to carry us through some of these times. He wouldn't have said it if it wasn't real, and his invitation was there, come unto me, come to me if you're weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And I kind of think that spiritual rest is very important. Getting rest because we are connected with Jesus, because it says that he is the rest giver. Another place it says that rising up with wings like eagles, the youth shall rise up with like wings in eagles, and that's quite an amazing thing, that God can give us lift, give us inner strength that will lift us in the times of need. You know, I've heard this saying, couch potato, that's where you get your rest, and but really the real rest is coming to Jesus and knowing his rest, and that's very, very simple, because it's just that responding to an invitation to come. You know, you've all noticed when your wife, spouse or whatever gives a call to come to dinner at night, if it's really good, you come, don't you? And that is a bit like Jesus. He's got some really good things there worth coming to, and you can rest assured that what he wants to give you is sweet. And I understand if you've never ever experienced Jesus, how it's like a mystery. Can this really be? But for the people that have experienced Jesus, God and Jesus' invitation is no longer a mystery. It's a reality. So, yep, I'm not saying too much here today because I think this is my last video. The sea's still raging in here, and I would just like to leave you with this. You may not hear from me again with this thing. Come to Jesus. You can come to him in faith. Just come to faith in him, that you believe he's real. That's what. Trust him, believe in him, come to him. Actually, if you've been unbelieving, it's just a matter of changing your mind and coming to him. And I assure you, he certainly will meet you at your point of need, at your point of faith. So don't be frightened. Jesus is okay. Everybody, he had all sorts of people loving him when he walked on this earth. Now he's been crucified, risen from the grave and gone to heaven. He's no less Jesus. He's got the power there to save, to help and nourish you. So I might just leave it on that. Just want to say a few things here. This is probably my last video. I think I've done about 7 or 8, and I found them a lot of fun. They've all been done on scenes around my property, so I'm running out of places to do it. So I'm going to have to probably make this the last one unless I travel somewhere else and maybe come out of lockdown, be able to do that. But if you want to look at these videos and missed 1 or 2 of them, you can find the site where they are. It's on Curio Bay Christian Fellowship Facebook. They'll all be there, and you can go and browse and listen to them at your heart's content. So yeah, that's the place to find them. Curio Bay Christian Fellowship Facebook, and find a bit of other stuff there too, encouraging. So I don't know whether I'll ever meet any of you people that listen to this face to face, but all I can say is God bless you. May 2020 turn out to be better than you expected, and yeah, you can connect with me on Curio Bay Christian Fellowship if you want to send me a message or something. So all the best, and see you somewhere sometime. Bye.